Is the American dream still alive today as much as it was decades ago? This is the question my wife and I have been asking ourselves for weeks on end when we jump both feet to the fire into this property, a piece of land that most people would have turned their backs on entirely. But for us, we saw it as a fresh start to raise a family with a baby soon on the way. We bought this property fully understanding that squatters used to live here and they wrecked this place. They left us behind everything imaginable, and it's truly up to us to make all this come to life through hard work and just teamwork as a married couple. Trust me when I say this, the deeper we dig, the more we uncover. Today is no exception to that rule. If you want to see if the American dream is still real, is it still alive, is it still possible, you're in the right place. Let's get to it.
Good morning, everyone. It is time for another round of demolition. I'm not sure how you guys felt about our demolition of that first structure, that big shed, but we got more.
First, Kyle's gonna take down some trees, I guess, because that doesn't get old.
Now, some of you guys might be upset. Actually, a lot of you guys might be upset because you're like, oh my gosh, Hanks, leave some trees. You're just taking all the trees out. I thought you were gonna try to save some trees. Yes, you're right. We are taking a lot of trees down. This property has a lot of trees, but we are working with the first quarter to a third of this whole property, and it is going to be the main area for a house, a pole barn, a lazy river, whatever we think we're going to build. I'm still thinking of the lazy river. But on a serious note, when we looked at the site and the plan, we realized that you kind of have to remove a decent amount of trees if you're going to be putting structures in one space. But our goal is to preserve a lot of the forest we have. So our property extends all the way back there, and we are not touching those trees. You know, we're at the moment just picking one area of the property and making a big clearing so that we can actually build a home, potentially. So from our first video where we toured this homestead, you guys might remember this structure. It was the first one we walked up and looked at, and there were just trees and bushes everywhere, and look how clear it is now.
We have direct access to it, and we also have this structure right here.
That's the one that had a shopping cart full of cans in there. Yeah, we're gonna get these two out of the way today.
Oh my goodness.
We're hoping we can get them both knocked down in one day. We have a fresh dumpster. This is our third 40-yard dumpster, so we are well over $2,000 in dumpster fees. But junk removal ain't free. I mean, if you're getting stuff removed, you're paying someone, it's gonna cost you money. I think because we have done it before, we kind of know like how to maximize dumpster space. We're gonna get this done in one day, and I hope so, because there's just been a lot of rain in Florida and we haven't really had a lot of days to come out here and continue working. Remember this bad boy? She's still kicking. She hasn't broke yet. I decided all of those soda cans that are in the little shed, I'm gonna go ahead and pick them all up, and we're gonna recycle them for aluminum and see how much we get, just because why not? I feel like we owe you guys some type of scrapping. We could have done that. It would have just taken extra time, and right now we don't have a lot of time on our side. You know, just giving you a clue as to what's been slowing us down in terms of doing certain things for you. So don't blame us, blame somebody else. So I'm gonna pick up some cans with the bucket, put them in the bag as we go along, and see how many bucks we can make off that.
Well, we're starting to get a lot of the burn pile tackled into one area, which is good, but a big reason we can't burn and get rid of it is because honestly we don't have any water out here, so we have no well dug, and therefore we can't control the fire.
I don't think we're gonna burn all of that together, because that would be, I mean, can you do that?
You might see it the next day over, but you know.
So I already started picking up some cans over here, but yeah, which structure are you thinking first?
So I can start on this one over here. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this fireplace as of yet, but I'm gonna work around it and at least get it all cleared up. And then we'll have to tackle some of these trees and get these all cleared up. And then the whole I think we come to the conclusion this is an old septic tank, so
Yeah.
we're gonna fill it in. But we have a ton of brick and everything that we've been picking up around the property, whether it's cinder blocks or just these red bricks. So figured if we throw them in, fill up some of the spacing, that way it eats away at that, and then fill it in the rest of the way with dirt.
I would think like cinder blocks and bricks would do a better job than dirt, but we'll see.
So currently we are on our third dumpster, and what we're gonna do is we got a fresh start with the fresh dumpster. We're gonna start working on getting these structures completely out of here, but we have to be careful because this is a big no-no. The stuff like this, any kind of fuel or paint cans or
Chemicals of any
chemicals, they don't want it in the dumpster.
So we have a bag from, remember the paint cans from the first building?
Yeah.
Let's just keep adding to that bag, and eventually we'll figure out what to do with all the chemicals later.
We're quickly realizing as newbies to Florida that Florida is basically the Australia of the United States. Everything seems to be trying to bite you or kill you or just crawl on you. A couple weeks ago, I took out a paint can with the skid steer and gave myself a new paint job on the skid steer. It was not a proud moment, so we have to be really careful and watch out for paint cans today as well. I'll let you keep working on the inside there if you feel comfortable with that.
I'm not going in.
You're not going in.
I don't know. I guess I should, because once you demolish it, they're going to get all buried. And
Yeah.
But like, I'm scared.
Why don't I go in and you start demolishing some stuff then? Do you want to just try to lift the whole house away from it?
Let's see what, yeah, let's try to do that. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Remember the day that we were touring the property with everyone to get to this? It was like you were dodging so many trees and bushes, and now look at it. It's kind of easier to access. Coming in, put your pants on. Oh, look at this.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
Someone's already claimed.
No need to be a hero here. All better. I don't know what kind of spider that was, but whoever owned the property before us just kind of treated this property as a landfill, I believe. I mean, inside this shack, if you can even call it that, is a bunch of old soda cans. And I'm talking old, like RC Cola. Look at that Pepsi logo. That thing is from way back when. This Coca-Cola, I mean, it's just scattered. We got a shopping cart in here. It almost looks like a beaver dam, a makeshift beaver dam. I don't know what's going on in here. Probably lots of rats, lots of mice, lots of snakes. So, it's time to go. Bring it all back. We're both starting to feel a lot more comfortable with the skid steer, which is cool. And neither of us have any experience working with the skid steer ever in our lives. Yes, that's right. We just up and bought one and went for it. So Nate's gonna give this a whack, trying to get the structure lifted up so we can get a better look inside, get those cans cleaned up, see how much money we can make. We'll go from there.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is like lift up that back wall from the, like try to lift it up into the air so I don't bury anything.
So excited to do this. Kyle got to have all the fun with that first structure. So it's my turn now. So baby Hanks and I are lap barred in, and we're ready to demolish some stuff. You know what? It looks like I could just move the whole house. Where do you want it? You know, do you want like a chicken coop over there?
Yeah. I guess you could have a whole new meaning to raise the roof. Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Oh my goodness. Look at that. He's unstoppable. Now back it up. Yeah, back her up. Nice. Nice and easy. Don't do your, that's perfect. You're doing great.
I'm okay.
All right, we got a roof. What do we want with it?
Oh, you okay?
Let's grab this roof the rest of the way, back it up, and then I can grab those cans before you get them buried too hard. Good job. So we learned a trick recently. I'm sure you guys know all this already, but what we basically learned was the more we smash this up, the better off we can make use of the space in that dumpster over there. There's one.
There's the rain. I think Kyle retreated to the truck, so I'm just hanging out. Oh no, he's over there working in the rain. Oh, poor thing. He's gonna be soaked. I would be hiding in the truck. He is so sweet for being out in the rain, allowing me to stay dry and cool. And for picking up the cans. That was my idea. I don't think he was crazy about picking up each individual can, so if you guys could give a thumbs up for Kyle for doing what the voices in his wife's head tell him to do.
We've been finding out like hitting the trees high gives you more leverage to pull out the root system. At least that's what we found. If we go too low on the tree, the skid steer can't handle it. So once we get the roots dug out, then we're able to scoop underneath it and lift it all the way out.
Oh, I got the shopping cart. I managed to drop the shopping cart.
I'm gonna have to eventually tackle this tree here. It's so dead. It's got to come down.
Luckily, our property doesn't really flood all that much. You get some puddles here and there, but they dry up really fast. We'll just put this right over here. I feel so bad because we bought the skid steer so Kyle could like he really wanted the skid steer so he could use it a lot, like he loves it. But now I'm starting to use it more than him. Oh yeah, we got it.
Man. Stupid me forgot there's actually huge nails in all this wood, and we don't want to go burning it later on and then leaving just a ton of nails all over the ground. So we're going to get rid of it all. It's just out of sight, out of mind. We're already paying for the dumpster. I think we could fit the rest of it in this last dumpster, so we'll be good. By the way, I want to tell you guys that we're going to give you the final total cost of how much all the dumpsters were out the door for the 40-yard dumpsters, how much we paid, how long it took us. Yeah, I just want to keep you guys updated with all of that, so we're going to be going over that. Wow. Florida is not gentle today with us.
You know, it's kind of nice being out here during a torrential downpour because you could see how bad the holes are and how it collects rain.
Yeah.
Like imagine if we were just parked out here, we would be in a huge puddle. So you're gonna have a lot of grading to do. Maybe bring in some dirt. What happened here? You just decided to stay out and get wet?
Embrace Florida. I just embraced it.
Every
day it's pouring, so I'm like...
I would have been in the truck. Well, you at least can change into dry clothes, right? You have like a couple t-shirts and pants here.
Yeah.
So you could do that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Developing this property into our dream homestead takes a lot more than some heavy equipment. It starts with good quality sleep every single night. And that's why today's sponsor, RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, is so important to us. If you've been thinking about upgrading your mattress, they have just about every size you can imagine, And a lot of great options for people who sleep hot just like we do. It ships right to your front door for free and is such a breeze to set up. One of our favorite features is the 120-night sleep trial, which actually gives you a chance to try out the mattress before deciding if it's a good fit for you. Please stop putting good quality sleep at the bottom of your to-do list. I know you're doing it. You can take care of it right now by visiting rvmattress.com/Hanks and entering Hanks at checkout to get 30% off your entire order. Thanks again to RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back outside. We got a lot of work to do.
A few weeks back, we got a diesel tank here to have on the property at all times because it's been quite the headache trying to stay on top of keeping this puppy fueled up. Before, what we were doing was loading this up completely onto the flatbed and then taking it into a fuel station, getting it all filled up and then bringing it back. It burned like an hour and a half. So we bought a 290-gallon diesel tank and I really like it. The only downfall is I have to pull the truck up near it so I can run the battery. So eventually I want to get a battery system that I can continuously, just like a deep cycle battery, have it on the ground and it's good to go at all times. I don't have to hook it up to the truck battery. So I've been filling up the diesel tank with off-road diesel, and that diesel's dyed a red color. And it's not really any different than typical diesel. It just has the red dye to it because this off-road diesel is tax exempt and it's only able to be used on farming equipment like off-road vehicles, tractors, excavators, skid steers. It's a no-go in the truck. You can't put it in your vehicles because that's, you know, illegal. It's like you're avoiding taxes. But for off-road vehicles like our skid steer, we can save a bunch of money by not having to pay those taxes. And that's pretty cool. The skid steer holds about 30 gallons worth of fuel. We're about halfway through this, so that's what's 290 divided by 140, 3, 6, 9, 12. We've done about 4 fill-ups already with the skid steer. We're about halfway through. This cost us around over $1,000, maybe close to $2,000 to fill up when we initially did. So once we fill it up again, I'll keep you guys posted to see if the fuel prices went down by that time. I'm hoping so. That's better. I guess I'll just keep tackling that a little bit. I mean, I don't think the rain's ever gonna give up. Every day it's calling for this, so and we got to get going. That well guy wants to come within the next week or two. And we have to get all that cleared up before he can come out and dig a well. So I'm gonna be back at it with the skid steer.
Keep going, I'm gonna stay dry in here.
We got PB&J's on the lunch menu today. That's good. Yeah, I've been thinking, I am so thankful we spent the extra money to have an enclosed cab like this on the skid steer with AC and heat. It's a lifesaver. Believe it or not, today it's kind of cold. First time I could ever say that in Florida. I'm kind of chilly. So I'm able to crank the heat right now and warm up, dry off, and keep working. Keeping on working part is pretty important. Just for reference, there is that hole in the ground we were talking about earlier. So I think someone used to live in this building right here and they just made their own makeshift septic. Oh man, there's like hundreds more cans there. Jeez Louise. that fireplace is a whole bunch of loose brick, and I've been using it to kind of fill in some of, well, not only that big hole right there where the sewer is, but also some of these low points right here where it's super muddy. I don't know, it seems to be acting like a pretty good filler and getting rid of some of that settled water, if that makes sense. Helps cut down on all the mud and everything. I don't know what this is. It's some kind of like tarp material, but it is covered across this whole section of the property. I don't know who did what here, but it is everywhere. It's very monotonous to get it out because it gets mixed up, bunched up, and not only that, it's super heavy. It's not like I can just go out there and use my hands to shake the dirt off and throw it in the back of the dumpster. So what I'm having to do is just take my time and work it away from the ground, peel it up off the ground, and then try to grab it finally with the claws, shake the dirt off, and then put it into the dumpster. So it's a work in progress, but that's what we're working with today. I guess this is a new thing that they do on all diesel engines.
Like every diesel engine.
Yeah. Cuts down all the emissions going into the atmosphere. And there's no way around it, really. I mean, if you run out of this, the machine will stop working. So there's an entire emission system built into the machine. So instead of just diesel, you gotta do diesel and diesel exhaust fluid, or yeah, whatever you want to call it.
We've been putting a lot of hours on her since we got her.
I know.
Probably due for like some more maintenance, I would think.
Easy peasy.
Well, I am sick of hiding from this rain, so I'm gonna be the camera woman while he just lets her rip on this structure. We are not letting the rain hold us back today. We gotta get a lot of work done. Oh, it's so hard for you to see, but there's like some kind of, oh, what is that? Woo. Oh, it creeps me out every time. Look at all the cockroaches. Oh. Ugh. Why am I getting so close?
Okay, there was just like some cockroaches and a huge spider. I mean, I've never seen something like that. It was gnarly.
A huge spider, huh? Ugh. Where are we?
You don't want to see it, but you gotta see it. Ugh. We discovered that this is absolutely the oldest structure on this property. I think this is built somewhere in the 1970s. It's time for some PPE.
A little skeptical of working underneath this oak tree. It has such a severe lean on it, so I'm trying my best not to touch it, but at the same time trying my best not to go underneath it, if that makes sense, because I don't want that puppy falling on me. Demolishing stuff is becoming quite addicting. It never gets old, ever, like ever. And tomorrow we're gonna follow up with the electrician and the well guy. The county we're living in here in Florida, they're very, very particular about even just temporarily living in a trailer on your own land. They don't want anything to do with it, which is kind of ironic because a lot of the houses around here have so much junk and hoarding in their yards. So I'm not understanding the correlation there, but nonetheless, we got to jump through the hoops, play the games, and basically I gotta call these guys and let them know that we came up with some housing plans, exactly where we want to build a house or a pole barn, the well, where we're gonna put the electric. We have all the measurements laid out. That way, when they submit for the permits to the county, there's gonna be a lot less pushback, if that makes sense. Hopefully. Renee just had the hugest cockroach. Ah, it's off you. It's off you. I'll come out. Hold on. Oh, that's not good. I feel bad for laughing, but it's not good.
I just had a cockroach land on me. I was trying to get some close-up shots for you guys. If that don't deserve a thumbs up, because I just sacrificed myself. There's hundreds of cockroaches. Did you see it land on me?
It was like that big.
Is it on me still?
It was like that big. It was a massive cockroach. It like ran across your shoulders.
Honey,
It's not on
I'm
you.
not okay.
Yeah, I know.
You just disturbed their home for like, how long ago was 1973? They have been in there for that long, I think. Like they are like older than dinosaurs.
Interesting that Renee and I were just filling up the diesel exhaust fluid that I was talking about earlier, is because now we're getting like almost like a warning indicator here. And what that basically is, in the diesel engines, there's a thing called a DPF, and it stands for a diesel particulate filter. And what that does is it's a whole system that once the diesel is burned, it creates soot or like a carbon offput that will eventually get so clogged up that the only workaround that these new diesel machines have is to do this right here, which is called a regen cycle. What a regen cycle is where the diesel engine basically revs itself up so that it creates a lot of heat internally and it burns off that soot from the filter. That's its only workaround. And it's honestly not good for the new diesel engines because it puts extra wear, tear, and strain on the diesel engine just to burn that soot off from the filter. Overall, we're looking okay though with the temperatures here. So we're gonna get back at it.
Well, I think it's time to go pick up the bags of aluminum cans we have scattered around the property and turn them into recycling and see how much we collected. Where's my husband when I need him? The bugs are taking over. Well, folks, we did it. 3 abandoned structures are officially taken down, 3 dumpster fulls, and all we're left with is this fireplace that I think we have some cool ideas. We're not 100% sure, but just more of the reason for you to stick around and hit the subscribe button to see. Now, there is one more structure remaining, and that is the pickle shack towards the back of the property, but we're gonna let that marinate for a while. Get it? Pickles, marinate.
The shack is full of pickles if you didn't catch that episode. Whoever was a squatter here before left jars and jars and jars of pickles in there. So it's a pickle shack.
I like to think they hated pickles because they were gifted so many and they just left them there.
Oh, but we did do something, a fun little experiment.
Yeah, we wanted to see how much money we can get for all the cans that we found in one of the little shacks there.
We spent a whole day, a whole couple days actually. One of them was in completely downpouring rain. I got drenched like I went swimming in the ocean. I mean, just all day it just poured on me. And then the next day we finally cleaned the rest up, and then we took them in to the recycling yard. 3 massive bags of cans.
3 massive bags of cans. How much did they weigh?
30 pounds.
30 pounds.
Yeah, the most cans I've ever returned in my entire life to the recycling center. And after all that work, all those hours and hours and hours and hours, we got a whole whopping 15 bucks out of all that.
Wow.
1.5. So I think it's cool to take a look at the property though, because these are where the abandoned structures were. I mean, like, they were a mess back in this area. Try to throw some before and afters for you guys to get an idea what it initially looked like first stepping on the property to current day, current time, what it looks like right now looking at it.
I could specifically remember a shot from our tour video of you like climbing towards this fireplace.
Right.
And telling everyone you want to like do a pizza oven or something like that.
I remember that.
And now look how open it is here. Like there's no bushes, no trees. I mean, it's just like so open. And most importantly, no more cockroaches, I think. There's probably like 5,000 in that fireplace. We'll get to that later.
Okay, so coming up next, we are actually finally getting some really good news on utilities. And we have a huge, really expensive install coming. We're gonna share all the pricing, the breakdowns, how long it takes to get it. Just to give you forewarning, it's a well. So, but the well has to go almost 400 feet deep into the ground. And called around multiple places, and it will shock your pants right off to figure out the quotes that we just got. It's ridiculous. Until then, we'll see you guys next Thursday. We have new videos every single week, so make sure you hit some of these videos on the screen right now, because we got some for you to go check out on, and we can go hang out more over there.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
What? All right, later guys.
Bye.